Yeah.
I was
Like,
watching
you can
that
tell
Bronson
because
episode. He was
You're
so
like, is there
aggressive.
gonna be music? Rip's like, yeah, there's gotta be music. All right. But I'm talking.
Is there going to be another strong style?
You could tell. You could just tell by the way he reacts. Yeah, there's right.
Come on, man. What are we talking about? We're talking about ELeague today. ELeague Tekken. We're talking
You're the
about
fucking host. You
Strong
tell us what we're
Style
talking
recap and CPT new season and other random stuff. I'm making a tweet
Man.
right now.
This guy Tall Rickstah in the chat got me good.
What do you do?
I don't. His name is Tall Rickstah. I didn't see that before.
Yeah, that
I feel
guy's
like that's
great.
an oxymoron, right?
Yeah. I saw your tweet about with Bart and the stilts and the fucking. Have you seen the? You've seen the picture with Steve on the apple crate, right?
Yeah. That's why I asked him for strats.
That's a classic right there. That
Wait.
was.
Because
Real
I'm afraid. I forgot that lady's name already, but I feel like she's gonna be like 7 feet tall, and if I get
Yeah.
interviewed by her, it's like, uh-oh.
She's definitely
What am
gonna be taller than you.
What am I supposed to do? Can I like ride her back?
She'll definitely have like heels on and then already be like 5'10", and you're just you have no chance.
Wait, are you talking about? Oh my god, are you talking about the new person that we
Yeah,
don't
the
know who she
interviewer.
is? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I what's it called? I don't know much about her, but it's fucking hilarious to me because everybody kept tweeting and coming into my stream today, and they're like, "Who's this girl? Why is she commentating Tekken?" I was like, "Oh my god, you guys are so stupid."
Good god. All right, hold on. I need another 30 seconds. I forgot to do something.
Oh, Jesus.
Fill
30
longer.
seconds.
Fill longer.
Oh, man.
What are you doing over there?
I was closing out the websites that I had opened before.
Oh,
boy,
yeah.
yeah, you had some.
That's
yeah,
exactly what I was about to say.
You had some websites that were, yeah.
Legal Latinas.
All right.
All right.
That was pretty
That
good.
was pretty good, man. Good old
It's the
injustice.
ongoing lore.
Good old injustice. All right.
Legal Latina.
I think I figured it all out. I think we were ready to start. Thank you all for joining us. Oh wait, it's not ready to start. I'm a noob at this. I'm sorry. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm fading it out now. Oh, it went louder. And I'm fading it out. And here we go.
What the hell are you doing
Boom!
over there?
It's hard. It's hard. Welcome everyone to the BOOMcast, episode number 12. Oh wait, does this look right to everybody? It does. Fantastic. We got Ricky on the show.
Wait, did you just say 12?
I thought it was 13.
No, it doesn't even matter. He didn't
I
even
think
say
it's 12.
correctly. He said,
Look.
He said 12?
He
Look,
said this
Wow.
episode number
I
12.
was in the middle.
That's how they spell it in Third Strike.
I was in the
Hey,
middle.
this podcast is most V's, all right? Don't worry about it.
I was in the middle of trying to say it, and then I realized, we switched away from that garbage Skype program. This is our first time doing it on Discord, and I realized that my camera is all of you guys, so I thought that I was looking at what the stream was seeing, which is definitely screwed up. So, anyways,
Yeah.
I double checked it. We're all good. Everything seems to be good. Chat, please let me know if our volume levels are okay. If my volume level specifically is about the same as everyone else's, right? That's the most important thing that we got to figure out here.
Not important at all.
It's important because personally, I can't stand it when the host sounds way louder than everyone else, or when you sound way louder than me. So yeah, that's where we're at here. What's so funny about that?
The way you said personally, you sounded like
Personally?
you said personally.
Dude,
Come on,
so
dude.
when we went to Japan, we got through customs, and Rip hit me with the triple. I was like, it was one of the craziest things I have ever heard. I was
I
like,
forgot about
what?
this.
Yeah, I was standing there. I'm like, Rip, what happened in there? And he's like, I was like, the thing is, and I was like, what the fuck? He hit me with the triple?
I was like, yeah. Anyways,
Crazy.
it happens. Sometimes I'm trying to think about things, and other things are in my mind, and whatever, right?
And you're
But
like,
today,
you're like,
IRL is a blown up.
IRL is a whatever. IRL is a definite blow up when Ricky doesn't turn off the damn stream. Separate of that, though, we're not talking about Japan. We're not talking about Japan. What we're here to talk about today.
one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
What? Which part?
Too tall to throw up. That was one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I was like, what the fuck did he just say?
I'm too tall. Look, we're not. We've discussed this previously on the last episode. If you guys
Did
missed it,
I didn't discuss the
you
damn
weren't
thing.
here. You weren't here. You can talk about that later, maybe. But for those of you guys who missed it, check out the last episode. We talked about all the Japan stories, Evo Japan, Evo lineup, and all that stuff there. This episode, though, everything's happening today. ELeague Tekken was announced. We're going to talk about the CPT rule set and their season changes, which also, reflects back
That's my job.
Right, but it reflects back on, maybe the Tekken World Tour later as well. And we'll also talk about some strong style recap and some other random things that are happening in the FGC. So, let's kick things off. First things first, ELeague finally is going to have Tekken.
God damn.
How did that happen? It was
Close
working
one
the
too
whole
many.
time.
I disappeared and the webpage disappeared. This thing sucks.
Wait, give me 2 seconds. I think I
Some
can fix
things
it.
never change.
Boom!
I thought it was gonna be a rap.
Big screen of my face.
Oh wait,
It's my giant face in the
Here.
background instead of you.
There we go.
Ricky lost the headphones. Lean back so-
all right. Hey, can you stoners settle down over there? Jeez. All right, ELeague.
It fell off the top of his pompadour. Did you? It just slid back.
Oh god. All right. So ELeague Tekken 7 Team Takedown set to begin Saturday, March 3rd, 2 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. For those of you guys who don't know, ELeague is this major production thing. They do fighting games now. They did Street Fighter V and Injustice 2 last year, and everyone was asking for Tekken. Finally, it's here. We can scroll down a little bit, and you can see this is the dates. The live tournament Saturday, March 3rd. Feature series debuts Friday, March 16th. So it also says following March Madness, which is crazy, right? Because the lead-in for the show is kind of what determines the ratings sometimes. So that could be a huge benefit to the ratings of the show as well, which is also going to be a good sign for Tekken maybe. But if we scroll on down here, we got the ELeague Tekken Team Takedown
There I am.
talent
That's what I'm
lineup.
talking about.
There we go. We got a little Sajam in there. In fact, boom, we got a little Sajam right there on the screen too. Look at that. Just a little one.
You warned me. I could have been doing anything.
A little Sajam, huh?
A
I
little
could have been doing
Sajam.
whatever, man. Digging for gold.
Right on. So we've got Tasty Steve, myself, Mark Man, Sajam, and Michelle Morrow. And of course, the man I wasn't sure was going to be there, but I'm happy to be there. ELeague's Richard Lewis will be back.
He's
on
one
hosting
quarter
duties.
of the picture.
I was really upset about that. Why
He's
is
the majority.
We can't even see our faces here, right? All
You
you
could
see is
actually
Richard.
fit all of us in where he is on the
Yeah,
screen.
it's like the planetary planets. Everything fits inside the sun.
Yeah,
it's
look at that. Sajam, you're right in there, bro. Perfect. You're right in there. You can totally fit right inside Richard Lewis. Look, there's plenty of space for everybody. There's plenty
There
of
you can
space for
put like
everybody.
3 more of my webcams in there.
We probably could, but I don't want to break the stream right now. But yeah, this is the talent lineup. I know some people are butthurt, which is pretty much the case every single time ELeague does anything. But every single time it's also had great ratings and done well. So kind of
The
whatever
cool thing
at the
to me
same
is
time, right?
you briefly mentioned it earlier is that the lead into this is March Madness, which, if you guys don't follow television much, when you want a show to succeed like this, right, you put it on after something that has really big numbers so that it'll do well. And so to have March Madness as a lead-in, that's one of the premier programmings that they have on the channel, right? It's really cool. I'm excited that we're right after it. And everybody's going to be like, what the fuck is this Tekken shit? And then Tasty Steve's going to be like, blue stuff. And they're going to be hooked
And
for
I'll be
life.
like, boom! Exactly.
Bug.
It's going to be
Is it
absolutely
gonna kill?
so much damage. Hey, they didn't have so much damage on the soundboard?
That's a good ass set.
Oh,
Good ass set.
Oh man,
I love this
He
song.
smiled when he said it. Oh man.
Oh, man.
Good ass set.
That was a good ass set.
All right, so one more detail I got to tell you guys about this ELeague thing. It says we'll transition to TBS for a 4-part feature series set to premiere Friday, March 16th. So it sounds like it's going to be 4 separate episodes. But I think that's all going to be recorded from the tournament on March 3rd. Is that what your understanding is too, Sajam?
Yeah, it seems to me that it'll be on Twitch live for your viewing. The days that we're filming it, this upcoming weekend, next weekend, right? Yeah, next weekend, I believe it'll be on Twitch for everybody's viewing who's in the normal audience, and then they're gonna take the whole thing and turn it into 4 separate episodes on television. So if everybody who's watching this stream is just a fan like the rest of us, they would watch it on Twitch. But if you want to show some shit to your parents that's a little bit more polished and something that you can kind of watch and see all these cool features. They went to Rickstah's house and they filmed them, and they're like, "Why are your socks on the floor?" And he's like, I don't know, man. Like that kind of content, you can find that stuff on TBS.
I just see those socks on my floor.
Your camera wasn't always pointed at you.
Oh,
Well, I guess my camera is pretty low. I get, yeah, you get that.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
it's actually on the floor.
God, the short jokes will never end with you, or will they? Also, live studio audience, they are giving away, or not giving away, I guess they're just free tickets. You guys can sign up, right? There's a website you can sign up. I believe it's over at tekkengamer.com, right? I'm going to hopefully not show you guys anything on accident here.
Yeah, T is a dangerous letter, bro.
It's I don't know what that means.
Paul Rickstah nudes.
Tall Rickstah nudes? Oh, God. Here we go. So, yeah.
N-O-O-D.
If you guys are interested, it's eleague.com/tickets. If you guys are in the Atlanta, Georgia area, that's where you guys can get tickets. Be in the audience. I'm pretty excited about this, having a live studio audience, because Atlanta, you know, they always get crazy about Tekken. Ooh. So I hope all you Atlanta Tekken fans come out to this, because the tickets are free. And if you go back to the press release, wherever I left that, it says that they're going to have like raffles with ELeague branded gaming chairs and Hori Tekken 7 fight sticks and ELeague gift bags. So there's always a bunch of stuff for the fans who come out for the live studio audience to be a part of this.
And the players always get the best stuff. They always get these cool T-shirts and hoodies and hats and jerseys, and it's always messed up, dude.
Yeah, and speaking
those gift bags are always sick.
Yeah, we never get the good stuff. We got this though, the crew neck.
Oh yeah, you're wearing the ELeague crew neck sweater. ELeague.
I gotta tell you, I saw a lot of the press releases for ELeague, and I was really excited. But there was one in particular that I thought I did not enjoy.
Which one is that?
And that was the one on levelupyourgame.com, and I'll tell you why.
I
opened it up, and there was a little blurb about each of the commentators. And it was like, we got Tasty Steve and Sajam, we got Markman. There's going to be a sideline reporter. Richard Lewis is there. And there is Repal Parbu, a.k.a. Rip, who is currently a top 20 Tekken player in the United States. Incredibly handsome. He can spell things perfectly. I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? You can't have your own section of the article where you just talk about how sick you are and you don't do it for anybody else.
Now, hold on a second. You read that on levelupyourgame.com, but that's the official eleague.com
I don't buy it for a goddamn second. Tiny Sajam, the eyes can't see up in that direction, okay? I'm only looking straight ahead.
eleague.com/Tekken/news, all right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you guys what he's talking about here. It's right here in the commentary team to feature professional Tekken 7 players. Look, right here. The casting team.
Can't even read his own words he wrote.
Oh my god.
He wrote this shit himself.
Will be featured throughout the live tournament and TBS series and includes Repal Rip Parbu dash currently ranked in the top 20 of the Tekken World Tour dash.
I have the email. Where they asked him to write this. I'll show it to you guys after the show. This is Rip's own handwriting.
And then it says, and
you
Steve.
Seen what they edited out.
Steve Tasty, Steve Scott, and Steve Sajam, whatever. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's how the press release read, dude. That's not my fault. It just is facts. It just is facts. But what I wanted to talk about right here, the player list. Right, there's 20 players and they got to announce themselves on social media. Right, so I'm gonna run through the captains first. We got In the Skies Cuddlecore, Red Bull Anakin. Is he Red Bull? Is that official?
He's a Red Bull athlete.
Yeah.
Red Bull.
Wow. Virtual
I think
Storm.
he announced that on Twitter over the weekend.
He is in fact a top 20 U.S. Tekken player, so it makes sense.
Yeah, he's just like me. Virtual Storm NYC Fab and Virtual Storm Pokechop. Virtual Storm got 2 captains in there. That's pretty crazy. And then we've got NorCal Strong Style, Jimmy J. Tran as a player, Panda Global Speed Kicks, UYU Rickstah.
Woo!
Repping that UIU.
UIU Kawhi Face Miles.
When did that happen?
And UYU Peeling.
Style.
Look at Ricky's.
It never happened.
All right, let me give you guys a little rundown of this. So apparently, Tekken Gamer hit up the UYU guys and was like, hey, is Peeling going to be in it because we see Rickstah's in it or whatever? And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, Rickstah's not sponsored by UYU. And they're like, okay, publish. And so that's why Rickstah is still currently listed as UYU Rickstah on their website. So anyway, Rickstah.
Tekken Gamer, obviously, they're very on point with their journalism. They
Congratulations.
They make sure to ask the right sources. Fuck, man.
What tournament have you entered as UYU Rickstah?
None.
Wow. So how did they? And they didn't ask you about this, right?
No.
Oh, just why would they ask you about it? You've
Oh,
never
they asked
entered a
me. I
tournament.
said it was cool.
You just ask someone, hey, do you know Uyu? Do you know Rickstah?
Forge the
Yeah,
signature
no,
real
actually,
quick.
Okay, cool.
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
All right,
Listen,
so Rickstah.
what does, everyone, I'm not sponsored by Uyu. So,
Yeah.
Yet. In the skies, Jackie Tran. In the skies, Lil Majin. Brawl Pros in it? I didn't know that. Circa Esports, Joey Fury. Mateo Galvan, the tallest man alive. Virtual Storm's Cody. Virtual Storm Spirojin. Shadow 20Z, who took out Saint at Strong Style. Obscure, who's always done well. Way Gamble, who left ITS and won Wednesday Night Fights last night. And surprise, surprise, Incognito, who I have not seen in forever.
That was
Forever.
crazy. I couldn't believe Incog was there. I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, it's shocking.
cool.
So that is the player list. Wow. What do you guys think about it? Ricky, we'll start with you since you're on the list.
why the hell am I still Uyu? if you're gonna put wrong information, at least make it like Wingstop, Rickstah. I've been asking for that shit for a minute.
You want to get
Trying to
Wingstop,
get that
Rickstah?
dirt chicken?
Hell yeah. Did you imagine the Wingstop jersey I'd have on? That'd be sweet.
It's just the employee jersey.
He's got like a polo shirt.
You have like celery sticks.
He's got to wear an apron.
Damn, he walks around and charges people for rent.
It's 25 cents.
Yeah, extra dipping sauce is going to cost you, bro.
On this ranch, bro, it's gonna be 35 cents.
I mean, the player list I like a lot. It's hard to only choose 20 people, right? So
Right.
it's always people are always gonna feel left out. Like I would love if Mikey was in it. I know there's been a particular player on Twitter that has been going after everybody
Who?
in his way.
I want to hear about this
Max.
drama. I was sleeping all day today, so I don't know anything about the drama.
It starts with Run and it ends with It Black, and he's been going on a tirade.
Really?
Yeah, it's just I think he feels a little bit slighted as well.
We'll
as,
see about
he's
this.
call-
Hold on.
He's been
Oh,
calling
man.
out certain players that are in it. So
We're bringing this up.
I mean, not just you got to be honest, right? Like I feel like he's good to be there, but it's there's a lot of different factors that are going into it. So I mean, I feel like there's a ton of players that could have been in it and that aren't. So
I tried to read his tweets, but this account's tweets are protected. Damn.
that's a good choice.
Wow.
I hope it stays that
Maybe
way.
I should open it on the stream then. I'm kidding.
Oh shit!
Oh, dude.
I won't do that. Jeez. Some of us have morals. Go on.
No, I mean,
Level up your game though, right?
Hey. That's never been official, Mike. Hey, you can't stop someone from putting that in front of the name. Mikey, you're off the team. You see,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I never said I was on anything.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? What are
He's
you
about
gonna
to
be?
get changed from UIU Rickstah to LUIG Rickstah.
Yeah,
I mean, you really could put any three letters in front of anyone's name and everyone think it's official, right?
Yeah, by the way, from now on, I think Run It Black is going to rep MYK. He's going to be MYK Run It Black. That's what he's going to be from now on. Fantastic.
That would be funny because then once Run It Black starts doing well in tournaments, they're gonna invite MY.
MYK instead.
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
it's a
Good
good
life
plan.
option selects.
Anyways, what do you think about the playlist, though, Ricky? How do you feel as a player against these guys?
I honestly don't know how many of these guys I've actually played against, so it's
Wow.
exciting. I'm
No
pretty sure
shit.
I'm going to be playing a lot of them during the weekend. So, yeah, overall, I'm just excited just to play and more excited kind of about repping like Tekken as a whole. I want to
Yeah.
give the general audience a good showing. So I need Pokechop to run his mouth. I need Fab to pretend like he's taught JDCR everything, and then this is gonna be sick. I think that's all I want is that I want every one of these motherfuckers in here, myself included, to like just be honest and like raw. Because if they try to tidy shit up for ELeague, it's like it's gonna just be another video game tournament. We got to change it up and be a little bit like more what's a good word? Dope.
Yeah.
Everybody
Look,
act dope, all right?
Just be real cool.
In my opinion, like, we don't even have to. I feel like the Tekken community in general is already cool. We gotta be like, you already have Pokechop as a captain on there. Like, how is that not gonna be cool? And then yourself is there.
So good.
Yeah, it's gonna be so good. And just the matches that are potentially gonna happen. Like Lil Majin is back. Like, I haven't seen that guy play in a while, I feel like, but he's so good, right? He didn't show up to a lot of the events last year. And of course, Jackie Tran and Wei Gamble, they've been grinding so hard in the past year leading up to this. So, like, they came to Wednesday Night Fights, they got top 2 last night, and no one could stop them. It was crazy. Not even Run It Black. Run It Black got his ass kicked by Wei Gamble. It was great.
That sounds about right.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
He's been tearing it up, dude. He's really good.
I know.
Hey, MYK, what do you think about this player list?
I think it's really sick. I think all these players have like a really great honor for like representing Tekken for America. So I think it's really cool. I think it's a good variety of players, good variety of characters.
Mhm.
So it should put on a good show, and they should produce some good matches, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that the other interesting thing about this is that they decided to go with the team format, right? And I think a lot of people are they're a little turned off by that. You know, I've seen some of the hate that I saw online was like, you know, how come there's no international players? Why is it a team format? But at the same time, ELeague has never been consistent with everything that they've done so far, right? Street Fighter was an invitational format. Then Injustice 2 was like, this is the end of our tour. Everyone had qualified for these XYZ places, now they're in here. And now with Tekken, it's the start of the year. What are you going to do, right? So they decided to try something new and go with the team format, probably because Master Cup always does so damn well, right? And that's exclusively been an Asian tournament. We've never had a U.S. team in Master Cup.
I miss big team tournaments, man. Team tournaments are sick. Like SBO, Master Cup. Don't get those anymore.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the team aspect of this whole thing. I'm really curious to know what team and how these captains all play out, what the format is going to be exactly, but I guess we'll find all that out next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anything else you want to throw in there about that, Sajam?
I'm excited because I think you and I have been hoping that they would do Tekken for a long time, right? It was one of those things where it's like they did Street Fighter and we were like, this is great. I don't know if we're ever coming back. Like we finished and we were like, I don't know if ELeague is ever doing anything again.
It's exactly how I felt.
Happened. Injustice was super sick, and it was like, well, if we've done Injustice and Street Fighter, maybe we can do Tekken, maybe we can do this game, that game. So it was always something like I think on top of all of our lists was Tekken. Like we always wanted Tekken to happen. So when we got the email about it, I was super excited. But on you and Ricky both brought up points that I was going to touch on first is that I'm excited that it's a team event because I think team events and Tekken they just fit hand in hand. You know, it works out so well. I really like watching this game in a team format. I think it's really great to see. And the second thing is that I'm excited to watch a lot of really great fucking Tekken because the one thing that happened when the Street Fighter season happened is that there was 8 players in each group and all of the groups showed up to play the first week. So there was 32 hella good Street Fighter players, and they were all just like in this same like I don't know 100-foot radius of each other playing matches like crazy, just grinding. So I think it's actually like even off camera, it's an excellent opportunity for the U.S. Tekken players to just sit there for 2 days and play each other straight, right? Like all the best players just get to play each other, as long as they want, and set after set after set after set, which is really sick.
And that's one of the things that everybody's always said in the Tekken community too. It's like it's like Japan and Korea are so condensed. That's why their level of play is much higher. If America could just condense all the players into one region where they could all play against each other, yeah, we could be leveling up really fast.
Yeah, there's going to be like 10, 12, 15 setups or whatever in there for 20 players. Like, yeah, it's going to be great. Everybody's going to be grinding it out, especially like if 2 teams lose or something, then those people are going to be salty as fuck and they're all going to want to play each other right away, right? So it's like one of those
They
things.
should get like the WWE backstage freaking cameras and stuff, like film all those things,
Oh, jeez.
Have the hardcore title out there. Everyone's trying to fight each other.
People are throwing chairs across the room for no reason.
We don't need that backstage camera. They don't need to know that there's a Melty Blood set up in the ELeague bathroom, dude. People don't know about that.
We have everything. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention, Tekken fans in general, I feel like Tekken fans in general, they're really, they watch Tekken, they don't even know about ELeague, right? Now they're like, oh, ELeague is happening, what the hell is ELeague, right? So I just want you guys to just try and be positive about this. Like, I know a lot of people are always buttered every time they see, like, why is Richard Lewis there? Why is Eris not there or whatever, right? But Richard Lewis, he's been a fantastic host for everything we've done, right? He was there for Street Fighter V and for Injustice 2. I can tell you from experience because one time he had like a major eye problem and me and Sajam had to be the host for that day. Look at Sajam's face right now. That's what happened.
That shit was... Dude, they fucking pulled us in. They're like, hey, good to see you guys today. In 30 minutes, you're gonna host the show on television because Richard's out. I was like, what the fuck do you mean I'm gonna host the show?
It's so damn hard, and he is
Nerve-wracking.
so good.
His job is hard as fuck. And the Street Fighter season, people don't know this, but the Street Fighter season, this dude was straight up like Nick Fury. Because like, and I felt like I was fucking
This
Tony
guy's a
Stark
dick.
because this fool was blind in one of his eyes the whole season, and he like delayed it.
Damn.
Yeah, he delayed a surgery on one of his eyes. So like, I went up there and I sat down to host the desk, and I was like, how the fuck does he do this? This is crazy. Like, I was like, this shit
No
is fucking-
peripheral vision. That is
fucking
Yo,
crazy. I was
Sajam,
like, oh my god, this fool
tell
does
him-
this shit with one eye.
Tell them what you did to Richard when you realized he was blind.
Oh
And how
my
you realized
God.
how blind
So
he was.
first told us, he was like, yeah, I'm totally blind in one eye. I can't see one thing. And I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. So I was like, kind of like took like a swipe, you know, like towards his eye. Didn't flinch at all. I was like, this guy's actually blind. I was just fucking with him. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just goofing with us, right? It was like our first conversation. I was like, oh my God, he can't actually see a damn thing. It was crazy.
So don't forget, guys, this is going to be Saturday, March 3rd. That's next Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I assume it'll be on their channel, which is twitch.tv/ELeague TV. So make sure you guys go follow the channel now. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be crazy. The production value is insane compared to pretty much anything you've seen anywhere else for any kind of fighting game tournament.
Support.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
I'm
the
so
time.
excited that Pokechop is a fucking team captain. This shit's going to be sick.
If you
Oh
guys
my
have
God.
the opportunity or any way, you fucking just DVR that shit too. Make sure that you know,
Definitely.
watch it.
Tell your
That's good
parents
ratings
who
for
have
me.
cable to watch it.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
this
had
is-
to explain to my parents what it is and what I'm doing, and my mom's just like, "Team draft? Are you gonna pick last?" I'm just like, oh.
Are you getting picked
Damn, you're
last?
gonna pick last?
You know, that's actually another interesting point, right? Like, because it's a team format, just like, you know, Match Cup, I assume it's the same kind of format, right? There is a chance that some of these players will not play at all, right? Like, it might just be Anakin's going first. He OCVs everyone. Rickstah, you never get to play on TV. Thanks for showing up, right?
It's just a background.
Like, because he was on Anakin's team or something, you know?
That would be perfect, because then all they're gonna show me is me talking, and that'll be great.
Yeah.
I don't have
There's
to
no
lose
chance
on
for you to
national
play
television.
Tekken.
That's what I'm all about.
Right. And, you know, of course, that starts Friday, March 16th. 4 episodes, so it's going to be crazy, dude. It's. I was so excited this morning. It was effed up. I almost got sick because, you know, my sleep schedule's all effed up. Let me explain. My sleep schedule is so messed up, right? I fell asleep around like 7:30 in the morning. I was like, fell asleep in this chair. I was just like watching some Netflix. I was like, I'm tired. And then I woke up and I was like, I see the tweet come through about ELeague, and like my body just like all this adrenaline flew through me. I was like, oh shit! I started updating my website and shit. Next thing you know, I couldn't sleep. I was awake for like 5 more hours, and I couldn't go sleep. I was in bed trying to sleep. I could not go back to sleep. So, anyways, I'm super excited. I'm beyond excited. I'm still excited.
Dude,
ELeague.
you're talking so fast.
ELeague.
About the quadruple I was like, I can feel it.
Team Takedown,
Whoa.
Tekken 7. I'm excited. That's all I gotta say.
How do we manage to make these podcasts like an hour and a half long? You gotta be spitting like mad like Bible verses and shit. What the hell? There's so many
Genesis
words coming
chapter
out of your
4.
mouth.
You gotta
The
listen.
words per minute was
You
crazy.
gotta listen. Damn. All right. Is that all we want to talk about ELeague? Is there anything else I'm forgetting?
Go kill it out there, guys. You guys are representing Tekken, so that's just gonna be sick.
I'm super excited.
To you,
that
Ricky.
game, I feel like Tekken never disappoints. So
One
I'm
more
excited
thing.
for it.
One more thing I do want to mention, all right? Because I'm trying to nail all the places that people talk shit about things already, right? But the other thing was I saw people asking about Sajam being a commentator on here. But
Really?
Sajam has been commentating since, like, before, like, the entire tour last year, right? You're already commentating. But prior to that, when we were doing the Wizard World Tour, I was teaching you Tekken from back then. So you have
That's
literally
true.
been learning Tekken for, like, 3 years now, at least. So, yeah, he's fine. Don't worry. He's going to do a great job. I have no concerns about that whatsoever.
Yeah, back when they all thought Tekken was still whack, before they made their flip, you know?
Right.
Back when none of you guys gave a shit about Tekken, I was
Yeah, it was the
asking
ugly
Rippies.
girl in high school, and then she took off the glasses, changed
It's
her hair.
crazy. Yeah,
You know,
Tekken hit
it's like
puberty
that-
like a fucking crazy. I was talking about that on my stream today. I was like, man, when Tekken Tag 2 was out, everybody talked so much shit about that game. It was crazy, especially Tekken players. I was like, man, everybody was so mad watching Tekken Tag 2 back in the day. It used to be the
Oh,
game
yeah.
that when it came on, everybody resident sleepered in the chat, right? It was like that kind of a game.
Yeah. Times have changed. Times have changed. Now Tekken is going to be on TV in America. Is this the first time? It is, right? First time Tekken's ever been on TV in America? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
I think
Probably,
so.
right?
No, I mean, remember all those like old ass like
In
random
America.
video game tournament or what was that? G4.
G4.
Oh, yeah.
G4.
It's
You're
on
right.
Tech.
Oh,
You just gotta suck a mouse.
Markman was on it.
No, he was G4 Arena.
Yeah.
They had Tekken 4 back in the day. Chetty was on there too. So yeah, this is the return of Tekken to television. Except this is a real tournament. It's a real tournament. No pressure, Rickstah. Don't fuck this
gonna
up.
be the only person that's involved in both of them.
Yeah. Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Mark, he has a way, dude. If you look back in time and shit, 1950s, the fucking brown box or some shit, Mark was there. I don't know how he's playing Tekken. Fuck it, I don't know how he does it.
Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Whatever. We gotta switch the topic before I get back into this. I can't stop talking about it, man. All right, what else do we want to talk about here? We got to talk about CPT. All right, we'll move over to the CPT, the Capcom Pro Tour. They have kind of announced their new format for this season. Sajam, we'll let you talk about this and I'll walk them through with these cool websites while you do that.
Yeah, so the CPT this year, there's a bunch of new shit. Here's the deal. The CPT format is very similar to the CPT format from last year. There are still premier events, there still are ranking events. None of that has changed. What you need to know, like the simple guide for a viewer.
Okay.
First and foremost, we won't even get to the points. We'll just talk about auto qualifications, right?
Okay.
There's only 6 people that will auto qualify for the Capcom Pro Tour, right? There's a champ from last year, which is Mena.
Okay.
There's the person who wins the LCQ, which is not until like fucking December, right?
So Nemo.
Yeah, again, probably he's gonna probably win it. And then there's the 4 regional finals, and whoever wins the regional finals will auto qualify. So only those 6. The rest of the spots will be based on the global leaderboard, who's racking up those points. Right now, the big change comes in how the point system works and also how regional finals function. As you can see on the screen here, the points are fucking, it's like zippity doo dah. I don't know what's going on anymore. Evo last year was worth 1,000 points for winning, and now I believe it is 1,750.
Oh.
For reference, Evo is worth a shit ton of points.
Right.
Premier events used to be 400 points for winning. Now premier events are 700 points, and ranking events used to be like 160, which now I think they're 150. But before, relative to Evo and Premier events, 160 was a nice chunk, right? Because you can win 2 rankings and be pretty close to winning a Premier. Now, farming ranking events is not nearly as effective. It is much better to grind out the Premier events. Premier events are really where you're going to get that money, that's where you get those points. So they're really the events to watch out for. Winning Evo and winning Premier events will basically get you in the CPT as long as you're consistent with it. So the tour this year really promotes players who hit global events a shit ton and travel a lot to those kinds of events. And because of the changes to how regional finals work, the farming of ranking events is not nearly as effective. And what I mean by that is that regional finals now, you guys have all probably seen a regional final tournament for Street Fighter. The way it works is that first day, like Red Bull Battlegrounds, for instance, first day is an open bracket tournament.
Right.
Anybody from that region can enter. If you win, you would make it into the last spot on the top 8 on Sunday, right? 7 spots were already determined.
Right.
Now they no longer work like that. The first day is an open bracket tournament that anybody in the world can enter.
Which seems very odd.
It seems very odd to me too. I don't know. This change seems strange to me.
This is the biggest question mark for me. I'll let you talk about it more first, though. Go on.
Yeah. So the way it works now is that anybody from any region can enter any regional final. If you make points in this regional final, right? You make top 8 or something like that. Let's say like Tokido comes to North America and he gets 2nd place in our regional final. Tokido gets global points for getting 2nd place in our regional final. So let's say like Tokido is like, fuck, man, I need some points. I need to get some end of the year points. It's November already. I really need to grind out some of these leaderboard points. I'm like 20th on the leaderboard. It's kind of a weird position. I need to make sure that I'm going to be safe. He can go to Red Bull Battlegrounds, play in that first tournament, win some of the cash that's on the line on that open tournament, and also get points. Now, if a North America player makes top 8 in their own regional final, they only get points for North America. And the way it works is that the top 8 is just the top 8 players in terms of points. So if you're number 1 on the leaderboard, and you know there's a guy who is number 9 on the leaderboard, you want to play in that open tournament and make sure that that guy does not get a good placing or whatever so that he can make it into the tournament, right? You want to try to gatekeep the people who you know are going to be strong. So yeah, it's a big change in terms of how the format works for the regional finals of every region, and I think it's going to promote lots of players trying to snipe those regional finals for global points at the end of the year.
Yikes. That sounds crazy. I mean, what's your opinion on that? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
I like the old regional format better. I thought it was cool. It was cool to see the different regions shine. It's the reason we got to see Diddy Mokov last year show up and really kill it, right? We got to see Tokido enter the Asia regional final, which was crazy because he was not in that top 8, right? Because he had been fucking everybody up in the world, but not in his region.
Yeah.
So he got to play in that, and he kept Shanghai from being in the finals there, which I thought was cool. We had the awesome Cool Kid story where he made it through in North America. So I think it sort of proves that it's more interesting to have those moments. They could still happen. Cool Kid could still win the NA regional final and then be in the finals because he beat everybody. He'd have to beat like Tokido and Daigo and all those players to do it now, which is much harder. But yeah, I thought it was cool to separate the regions and really make sure that you get that kind of representation. Of course, you're still going to qualify a player who's from that region, right? Because the top 8 on Sunday, only players from that region.
Right.
But it does give more of an option for international players that gatekeep each other's regional final. It's a little bit more vicious, it feels like, this year on the CPT. And I also think the point spread not favoring ranking events is bad for ranking events because I think that you will see maybe an increase on focus at premier events, but a decrease in how much people care about ranking events, which I think hurts some of the smaller tournaments, especially tournaments that are not big on the CPT. So I'm sort of worried about them for that. Yeah, I think that's to me, like, I'm kind of bummed out to see that, honestly, because, you know, ranking events they're still important, and they should reward you for doing well consistently in your region, right? Which it sort of does, but not to the same degree as it did before, I think.
Yeah, so let me run down the ranking events from North America. These are now the smaller, less likely for everyone to travel to, right?
Yeah, and they have a list of all the premier events. I think there's 14 global premier events or something like that.
Yeah, I have the list on the screen right now.
Yeah, there's like 7 of them are in the U.S.
Yeah, I think it's in North America, including Canada and the U.S., there's 8 events. Yeah. And then in Asia, there's 5. In Europe, there's 3. And in South America, there's 1. So,
which I believe is only the regional final, correct?
In South America?
Because I don't think South America has a premiere.
You're right. Their premiere is the Latin America regional final.
Yeah, so they don't have like a traditional premiere event. I think they have the most amount of ranking events, but they are the only region without a premiere event.
Yeah, if I scroll down here, you can see the Latin America ranking events. They got a ton of ranking events, right? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ranking events.
Yeah.
But when you total up the points that there is available in that region, it's still pretty whack, right? Like they'd have to still come out to some of the premier events in like America or Europe or Asia or something to make.
Yeah, there's so many NA ranking events. They have swapped now. DreamHack Austin is no longer a premier event. It's a ranking event, but DreamHack Montreal in Canada is now a premier event instead, which means that the US gained a ranking event and then got their premier event moved to Canada because of it. So they have 2 Canadian premier events and then 6 premier events in the US.
Aren't both those Canadian cities on the same side of the coast too? Like,
are they both East Coast?
I think they're both East Coast, right?
Montreal and Toronto, yeah.
Toronto, yeah, I think you're right.
Oh shit! Look at me knowing geography for once.
Damn,
That's
Ricky!
sick. I know Vancouver is West Coast Canada.
Yes,
so,
that's
yeah.
all I know
That's
too.
all I know.
Yeah, so that's usually how I figure it out. I think Japan only has 1 premiere. I think it's the Japan premiere at Tokyo Game Show.
Wow.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me note one other thing. I was looking through this for basically the calendar of events, and end of August to end of September is here. There's this chunk of premieres. It's such an important time. It's insane. And this is just the global ones, right? So it's Hong Kong, China, Canada, LA, Japan, and UK. But I think this is like a majority. This is what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a big chunk of the entire tour is just between the month of September, essentially.
Yeah,
So
because
you
what
see a lot of
happens
shuffle.
is that before that, there's like a bunch of the US ones, right? Because you cycle through Final Round, NCR, Combo Breaker, CEO, and then you have the global, or you have like Evo tier, which is Evo. So you go through a shit ton of points at the front half of that, and then there's like, boom, a fat stack right there.
Yeah, so that the second half of the year will get really crazy after Evo as well. So that's kind of cool that, you know, the tour is spread out in that way for the whole year to matter.
It seems like they're just trying to tell them to take a month off in September.
Yeah, they don't want anybody to have any time off in that period.
No.
But this is actually cut down a little bit on the number. Before there was even, it's crazy to think about, but the CPT was like more stacked than this, right? They had like 2 or 3 premieres on some of the weekends and stuff. It was a little crazy.
Yeah, a lot of overlap. So I think this time there's no more overlap, right?
I think there are 2 premieres on the same weekend, actually, one time. And I think one of them is in like Europe and one is in Asia.
Okay, and yeah, the only thing I noticed is that Japan premiere at TGS and Soul Calibur regionals are both in September and both do not have dates. So that
so
could
maybe
potentially
that's what
overlap
the
too.
situation is. Yeah.
Crazy. All right, so that's the CPT changes. And I saw somebody put out a list of the previous players and how the rule change from this year would have affected them in the overall top 32 of Capcom Cup, and it looked like only Luffy was out and NL was in, right? So for the most part, it didn't really affect the results of who made it to Capcom Cup last year.
But
Right, okay.
But it changed a lot of the seedings, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
would have been different.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
maybe-
important to think about
Whole
too.
different tournament, yeah.
Yeah, it's a completely different tournament.
Yeah.
Oh.
But also talking about that, I like the regions being separated, like Sajam said. Like I always like that.
Yeah.
I really wish they went back to that format, because if Japan only has one premiere event, it seems like Street Fighter, Capcom is trying to do that hidden boss thing with this Japanese player is here at this tournament, and then this Japanese player is at this tournament. I feel like they're just gonna pick and choose the premieres that they're gonna go to and stuff amongst them. It's
I
like,
feel bad for all non-North America players in particular because of how stacked NA is with premier events. Like you basically have to travel to the US because of how important premier events are. Like you have to try to hit, I would imagine, at least 2/3 of them to get good seating, which is like a lot of those are in the US. So you really have to pick and choose where you want to fight a lot of these events here.
That's really, really crazy.
It's most difficult, especially for the South American community, because no matter how many of those events they go to, I mean, it's already hard enough to go to every single event in your region, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not easy to go from one country to another, and then to have to fly up to North America, maybe it seems pretty rough for the players that aren't lucky enough to be in America.
Yeah, the region helps, right? Being in North America is so good. We saw it last year because of how CPT events are stacked, like very top heavy in the US, right? Like a lot of the big ones, a lot of the big premieres happen early with like Final Round, NCR, Combo Breaker, and CEO are all before Evo. So what happened was going into Evo of like the top 10 CPT ranks, I think 5 or 6 of them were US players. And then after Evo is when many of the European and Asian events happened. So like going into Evo, they had like the US players had crazy good seating because all the US events are kind of stacked near the front, or a lot of them anyway. Because I think after Evo, there's only SCR left in the US.
After Evo, it
For a
looks
premiere,
like,
there's only SCR in their regional final.
yeah, I mean, DreamHack Montreal is there as well, but it's not really US. But it's accessible enough,
Canada,
right?
Canada Cup as well, but yeah, the American premiere events are pretty much all
Right.
over.
Yeah, I definitely count Canada as part of the US for this. It's
Yeah.
just like it's right there.
It's much cheaper for us to go to Canada than for most people to come to the
Yeah.
US. So
What were you gonna say, Ricky?
No, it's just pretty interesting how the tournaments are still stacked up as like the road to Evo type of thing. Like that used to be something before Capcom existed, like the whole road to Evo. Everyone trying to get their tournaments in at the beginning of the year, and it still stayed like that up until like, well, I guess now. Where it's
Until
I feel like
CPT
they
was
should.
only one
I
left.
feel like they should do that all year round. Road to Evil, and then Evil Japan.
Yeah.
Just like let's
I
do
mean,
it.
it essentially is now, right? With the way that
Yeah.
these terms are structured, because the CPT finals and even Tekken World Tour finals have been at the end of the year. Post Evo now still matters, whereas previously post Evo was like, whatever, we'll wait till January and we'll just kinda chill the whole time, right? So now the FGC is kind of year long.
yeah,
Year
and
round.
because of the way the tours worked, right? Like last year, Injustice and Tekken had tours, but they came out later in the year, so their tours were like stacked in the second half of the year. So like CPT is like super stacked up here, and then like in the US anyway, and then like slowly stacked down here, and then Tekken and Injustice packed an entire year worth of a tour into like 6 months. So it was a fucking brutal schedule. So
Yeah.
I really hope that we hear news about those tours soon. Also.
Exactly what I was going to bring up, because we still haven't heard anything about the Tekken World Tour just yet. We've heard that it's coming, so there's no worries on that front. But I have not heard anything about the Injustice 2 Pro Series. Have you ever heard anything? Nothing at
No,
all.
I haven't heard anything about it. And I gotta tell you, I was playing the Turtles today. We need a fucking Injustice tour so I can see the Turtles, dude. They're so sick.
Yeah, there's no way you
dude.
can have these damn turtles in the game and not have a tour showcasing the damn turtles.
Right?
And Sonic Fox was like, I'm gonna fuck everybody up with the Turtles. I was like, yes, let's go. That means there's a turtle in every grand finals. That's what I'm talking about.
Whoa. Damn, he's gonna rotate turtles between his opponents. That would be sick. In the top 8.
Dude. They're fucking cool, man.
Yeah, dude. So
Are the tier list now? Which turtle's the best? I heard Leonardo's always been like. considered-
People think Leonardo
He's
is
the
really
leader.
buff, yeah. He's the leader. What do you expect? Leonardo is definitely super sick too because his trait is he has the 3 brothers are his assists and they all have their own cooldown. So like yeah, that's his trait and it's fucking tight. And he has these big ass sword normal. It's so good, man. He's a fun character.
yeah.
And he has this stupid all of them have this stupid shell drop move where it's like you can hold like you do down back 3 and you either hold like close or mid or far and it's like a leaping overhead and it can like cross you up or not. So like he just does this dumb turtle shell drop on top of your head over and over, and then his brothers come out and like when you get hit by the skateboard, they high five each other on the way out. It's so good. Like the whole thing is fucking. It's just beautiful.
The turtles.
He has like a Blanka rainbow ball. Like Jesus.
They actually do have like a Blanka ball.
Yeah,
like
they
they
do.
have like a shell Blanka ball where they like fly across the screen and stuff.
Yeah, speaking of which, Injustice 2, I'll be at South by Southwest before final round. There'll be an Injustice 2 open tournament there. More details when that
Whoa.
arrives.
Repal the Injustice 2 caster. All
I
right,
know.
that's what I'm talking
It's
about.
like they saw me on TV and they're like, this guy actually knows what he's saying. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I say it too fast for you, Ricky, but everyone else gets it. It's okay.
He
You're
fits
so
right
upset
in,
about
dude. He
that.
just like
Normal
yes, the
speed.
Speed Force and the DC
Yeah.
guy.
Dude,
beat
and
that
then
shit.
you just keep getting gradually faster and faster to the point that like I can't keep up anymore. And it's just like like
All right. You mentioned something I forgot about, though, that I wasn't planning to talk about today. Blanka came out. He came out
Oh,
this
shit.
oh
week.
snap. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Plushy Blanka is the best.
Blanka Chan.
The freaking the zigzag eyes.
The zigzag guys. They're pretty good. I like him. I mean, I used him a little bit. I thought he was interesting. I don't know where people think about him competitively, though. Have you heard anything, Sajam?
Blanka's a bitch.
Oh, yeah?
Blanka's such a shitlord character. He's like weird. I think he's unusual because he doesn't play the footsie range super well, like the mid range. He's hella good up close, and he's really good at full screen because he has like 4 or 5 moves that all kind of look similar. Like the leap, he's got like command throw, rainbow roll, his back hop, like the 3 kicks, V skill jump, and they all look hella similar. So
Yeah.
like trying to deal with all of those is a pain in the ass, especially because rainbow roll is plus on block. So if you block it, like he's plus, and so you don't want to block that. So then he does like rainbow roll, and you're trying to anti-air, and he does the shallow one, and then he slide whiff punishes your anti-air. Such a
Oh,
bitch
man.
character, dude. Oh my god.
So you like
I'm
him?
sure there's a Blanka Discord that's already saying he's the worst character in the game.
Yep.
I hope so.
Sounds like them, yeah. But I don't know. Blanka's always been the super annoying character. Seems like he's just gonna destroy characters with a fireball.
He
But
just
other than
slides.
Yeah, slide
under.
and all that stuff. He seems okay. He seems fun. I like
Yeah.
his Street Fighter V iteration. I'd say he looks a lot better than Sakura. Like, what the hell was the point of Sakura? It's just like play Akuma.
Yeah, she's a boring character, that's
yeah,
for sure.
She seems kind of boring.
She is solid but boring.
All right, so next thing that I saw today, actually, Soul Calibur VI has more reveals. They
Oh,
keep
yeah.
on revealing
They
more and
actually
more characters.
revealed so much. In fact, I can't believe how much was
Revealed.
when I clicked on that Ivy trailer, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, you can't show all this
That
off.
was
This is
quite the reveal.
You
They're
can't
really
there's
keeping
like,
cosplay
You
in
can't put an
mind.
ELeague Soul Calibur. What are you gonna? Ivy's hanging out there
Of
like
course
crazy.
you can, dude. Imagine the cosplayers that'll come out. It'll be great.
You can definitely do it. You just gotta have the DLC second outfit that Fudo has to put on ESPN.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There was so much revealed. I clicked on that Ivy trailer. I was like,
I can't watch this at work.
I know.
What the fuck is happening?
Trying to
there
watch
was-
it on Twitter.
There was a lot of butt cheeks in that trailer. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah.
Ivy.
Not Cooch
and-
and teeth.
What?
Cooch and teeth?
Oh,
Checking out her teeth. She's got
Cooch and teeth.
pearly whites.
She's got teeth. Oh man, check out the cooch and teeth on that one. Zaslamel also
Zazalamel.
He hasn't,
Zazalamel.
he hasn't been around since Soul Calibur 3.
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool that he's back. A lot of people seem excited about that as well.
No, he was
I
in
thought the
4.
scythe was kind of
Was he in
cool.
4?
He was in 4.
Was
See,
he?
he was in 3 and 4. He came out in 3.
Yeah.
Okay. and
He
then you got-
he has like a scythe and he looked kind of cool, but then he started speaking and I was like, all right, I'm gonna need you to shut up over there. I don't need, I don't want to hear all this zealotry and this like. I was like,
he does talk quite a bit. He talks quite a bit. But anyways,
he's
Soul
like a
Calibur
rip
6
over there. He's just like, oh, I gotta fight for my. He's got so much to say with his fucking. So I'm just like, swing the scythe, dude. Everybody else is like, way like they're just chilling.
I
No,
think-
man. The Soul Calibur lore is that everyone has to say something when they do anything because that's just what they're doing.
That's what's so
Mitsurugi
cool.
just Mitsurugi goes into the fridge or something. He goes, open the fridge.
Grab the milk.
Calm down over there, man. I mean, I hope Rock is in the game. Rock is my favorite character because he says some of the dumbest shit ever. Your form is poor.
Oh, that
Oh
guy's
yeah, I
Dude.
remember that.
So I hadn't
Football.
watched any of the trailers in English until today. Like I'd always watched them in Japanese, and I thought all the characters were cool. And now I think at least 4 of them are whack. After watching them in English, I couldn't believe it. I was like, once I could hear the shit they were saying, I was like, oh my god, what are you saying? Just shut up. Like, just swing your goddamn sword already.
What you're saying right now is what I think a lot of people, what turns a lot of people off of Soul Calibur. Like, I think it's super cool that they talk a lot of shit, but they do talk a little bit too much sometimes, and not all of them are cool.
Man, my main
I'm gonna
character
put
in
the
Soul
game on
Calibur 4
Japanese for sure.
My main character in Soul Calibur 4 is Amy. You know what she said? She would say her own name. Amy.
Oh my god. It's so bad, dude. Like Shuang Ha or whatever the fuck her name was. God, I hated her voice from the second I saw her. In Japanese, I thought she was alright, but then she just fucking in English,
that
I was
trap.
like, oh god, you're exactly how I predicted you would be. I was like, you are the lamest character.
What was her name again?
Fucking Shuang Ha or something. I don't know what her name was. It was an X. There was an X, dude. That shit's impossible.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to
Shuang
do?
Ha, yeah, I recognize her.
Dude,
I remember
Shuang
her.
Ha. I don't know what the fuck her name is.
Schlong long.
Dude, there was an X. What was I supposed to do? That shit's impossible. It's like you might as well give up. All I got was the end. Hua.
Oh god.
Just like
yeah.
Sophie Tia or whatever her name is. Sophitia?
Yeah,
Sophia?
Sophitia.
I always say
Her name is Sophie for short. That's all
Yeah.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
This shit's bad. You got fucking Zazzle Dazzle and fucking Shuang Ha and fucking
Zazzle
Sophia.
man.
Why is everybody's name so fucking hard? I gotta play Nightmare. It's the only character's name I can pronounce.
There was another character in the game that they showed at was it Evil Japan?
Grawl?
Yeah.
Grow or whatever
New
his name
character.
is.
Yeah, I
He
couldn't-
is
is it
anime
Grow?
as fuck. I swear he's like a Tokyo Ghoul character. I saw him. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's got the white hair and everything. God. And Steve came right up to me and was like, I'm going to definitely play that character. Dude, you see how
Yeah,
sick he was?
of
I was
course.
like, oh boy, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
Killick was also revealed at Evo Japan.
Oh,
Yes,
shit.
Killick was cool until I heard him in English. And I was like, oh boy.
Oh,
That's
man.
Cynic's favorite character, right? He was so
He's
buttered.
fucking sick until
Well, because
he's...
Killick wasn't in Soul Calibur 5 either.
He was, but he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Yeah. He was.
I don't know. I think most of the character designs seem really cool to me so far, though.
I hope everyone says something just to piss you off, so you just like every character you can't play.
I'm definitely not playing the game in English. That shit, I was struggling.
Man,
Every tournament is gonna be in English. I know that for sure.
Oh,
And it's
man.
not like it's not because Japanese is like I'm just like weaving out. It's like I can't understand them, so it's great. I'm like I don't know what kind of dumb shit you're
Right.
saying, so I'm just gonna put you on Japanese.
Sounds
It
so
is
much
what it is.
cooler too. Yeah.
I saw someone online just hating on the fact that they're revealing everything. They're like, save that shit for release, bro. Like, why are you revealing so much so fast? Like, anyone have it? I see a bunch of frowns in your guys' faces. You guys don't feel that
Why
way
would
at
you
all.
not be excited about seeing characters?
Yeah. It's always been the hype part.
It's
Well,
like
you fight it.
this is what happens, right? Like the game is revealed and they have a couple of characters. You're like, that's cool. Soul Calibur looks cool, I guess. And then like, boom, a new character. You're like, oh shit, that character's kind of. Oh shit, this character's kind of. And you just keep like checking it out. So it's like a reminder that the game is sick and it's gonna come out sooner or later. You just keep remembering stuff, you know.
Yeah, I think the concern with it is that the game isn't coming out till later, and so they're showing us all this now, and then no one's gonna give a shit by the time it comes out.
But we haven't even seen everything. They're barely showing us anything.
Yeah, they've only showed like 6 characters or something, right? 5 characters.
Maybe more.
And they're all returning. The majority of it is like the returning characters and the returning characters that the Soul Calibur community likes.
Right.
I remember
Yeah,
that
and the companies like you have to think they just did this with Dragon Ball. Like when you release around when the game's gonna come out, so you stagger your releases so that it's like it's not the first time they've ever done this.
Yeah, without a doubt. Speaking,
just give me Lizard Man. I'm sorry, just give me Lizard Man, and that's all I ask.
Sajam's favorite character because he doesn't speak in English or Japanese.
That's perfect.
Sick. I'm talking. That's all. I'm already.
There you go. So speaking of Dragon Ball, though, there is a patch incoming before the end of February. So within the next week, they're gonna have a patch to try to fix the online issue they've been having with ring matches and other disconnections and shit. But they did warn that it may not fix everything at once, and that there will be more patches in the month of March as well. So all you Dragon Ball fans out there, I think that's like everybody. Is there anyone out there who doesn't like Dragon Ball FighterZ?
Dude, Dragon Ball FighterZ is addicting. I've only played like 4
days.
It's the
new crack. It's
every day. I've only played it 4 days, and I have 40 hours played. Like it's like every time I play it for like 10 hours straight. I got back from Japan and I was sick, and I was like, I guess I'll rest. And then I played 10 hours of Dragon Ball like 3 days in a row because it's so addicting. But the online pisses me off so bad because everybody's name is fucking XX Shin Vegito fucking fan for life
420
Blanco, and like fucking. I play them and I beat them and they rage quit. All of them, they always fucking rage quit. I played a guy whose name is like Broly will be on my team or something, and he rage quit. Like everybody just fucking rage quits. It's so bad. Every time I play that stupid game, everybody's fucking rage quitting on me, and it's just pissing me off because I just want to play people and they're always leaving. And
it's like you have to pick. Oh, sorry.
No, they're all following the Dragon Ball lore though. Goku never dies, so why the hell would they die? They gotta rage quit, man, before Goku dies.
They gotta flee before it's over.
Yeah.
Instant transmission.
It's so bad. And like the thing is like all my hiding names are not like El Segway Blanco. It's like fucking all my hiding names are just like fucking I don't know, John 900, right? And they're not fucking XX fucking Vegeta. It's like, oh god, they all have the stupidest, dumbest names, and their names piss me off, and I could tell by their names they're gonna rage quit. You could just fucking sense it, right? It's like
so what you have to do now is change your name to something that like people might know, right? Like just name yourself Ultra David. You're not Ultra David. people will all see it to the end because they know, like, oh man, this is Ultra David. If I rage quit on him, he might put me on blast on Twitter or some shit. So that's what you do. Be James Chen one day. Be Ultra David next.
Dude, I saw Sanchez tweeted to James Chen and he said, "Is your name on DBFZ SSJ Chenzer?" Like he asked him that, and James was like, I'm not sure what this means. Did you place on me and thought it was me? And I was like, God damn it, James! Like that's got to be your name now. He loves puns. Like it's got to be his name.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's perfect for him.
That was so good. Yeah, I saw Sanchez also came up with like Shenron Hubbard or something.
Dude, his names were crazy. I couldn't believe Sanchez is a fucking pro.
Yeah, he's good at this shit for sure.
You give him 5 minutes. And then he'll just think of something off the bat for no reason.
That guy, every time I talk to him, I like am buckled over in laughter. Like he always says, just that he has the craziest shit.
Hilarious. Third strike, always yelling at people. Hey, what are you doing that for? Slaps the cabinet, just like you're an idiot. Like,
great. My favorite Sanchez moment was when he played against Bobino in Street Fighter 4 at an AI tournament, and he won one game. He smacked the cabinet so hard the buttons flew out of the cabinet.
All of them?
It was like 3 of them. Like you know how like buttons have like the outer case and then like the plunger.
Yeah.
Like 2 of the plungers fell out, and then like 2 real buttons fell out. They had to stop the tournament so they could fix everything. That was
damn.
That
fucking
was
Sanchez, dude. He had that picture. He had that too many Gokus tweet the other day, and it was actually so good that all I replied with is, "This is powerful." Like it actually, like it's just like it got me. I was like, "This is fucking powerful."
Yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball looking fantastic. Everyone's in love with it. Soul Calibur 6 reveals coming out. ELeague Tekken's happening. CPT restructuring. Hopefully, we get to hear about the Tekken World Tour points and season soon. Hopefully, Injustice has a season as well. It'd be kind of a bummer, right, if Injustice did not get a season this time?
There's no way
like a pro tour.
There's no way there's not, right? Like that seems kind of.
I just don't know.
Just name it like buy Mortal Kombat 11 next year tour.
Yeah.
And just everything will be fine.
Here's a trophy with Sonic Fox's name on it already, but but underneath it says maybe Dragon.
Maybe Dragon.
We'll keep it in the back.
Well, we got it. They got 2. They just make 2 trophies.
Yeah.
They make a second place trophy for Honeybee. Because they already know that's gonna happen no matter what, right? Like he's gotten second at Evo like twice, I think, or something.
Oh.
Or third, he got third in MK maybe. Actually, I don't know.
That is a bummer. That is a huge bummer. Last thing we wanted to talk about though, Strong Style was just it was like I guess it was a week and a half ago now. It feels like forever ago. Time is flying. But Strong Style was amazing. I'm sure all of you guys enjoyed it because I've never received so many compliments about like the commentary
Strong
stuff.
Style was fucking sick, bro. It brought back like all the old school like hype for tournaments for me, and I don't know. I felt like this one I had the most fun at, and yeah, for sure. Since the third one, I've been there since the third one. This was it's just the whole weekend was too much fun.
It was. Ricky, your thoughts on Strong Style?
It was all right. I mean,
Ooh, I mean, with Ricky's performance too.
Ricky played he played really well.
His execution was
He
amazing.
played so fucking sloppy, but he like beat everybody. Like, you know what I mean?
that
Oh,
was
thing
not
I've
the
ever
plan. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I've been to every Strong Style, and I've never had a bad time at Strong Style. So I knew, going into this one, I was like, this is gonna be fun. Like, I could have gone 0-2, and I thought it would have been dope, right? Because I had a lot of fun, even outside of how my performance was. But my performance made it hella dope for myself, even though it was sloppy as all hell. That shit was whack.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
had
swear,
those
I've
jab
never seen
punishes,
you. Like, you went through the whole tournament. This is like usually the opposite statistic, but you went through the whole tournament without hitting an FADC combo. It was like
Dude.
every time I saw a fireball out, I was like, oh boy, you do like level 1 focus and you just hit him with it, like
Oh,
the focus
yeah.
release, or like fucking. I was like, what the fuck happened to this guy, Ricky? Your hands fell off in the middle of the tournament.
The only person it worked well against was Run It Black for some reason. Every time I hit Run It Black was like, oh yeah, I know how to do combos. Even then against him, I dropped hella combos too. I rewatched my matches, and all I could do was like, dude, you fucking suck. I just kept saying this about myself.
I couldn't believe how many combos you dropped. It was so like you'd be like down 2, fireball, FADC, fucking jump over them. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, what?
Dude, like that match you had with Way Gamble is one for like the record books. Like that shit was crazy. I was in my hotel room, which is like I feel like a 10-minute walk away, right, from where the hall was. I'm watching the shit on stream. I'm eating like a little Lucas sandwich, and Rickstah is dropping every fucking thing against Way Gamble, and Way Gamble's dropping everything back, and I'm getting pissed because Way Gamble's still winning, right? I'm like, Ricky, what the fuck are you doing? Me and him were rooming there. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Ricky, he's going to win the next game, and I'm going to walk down, and I'm going to yell at him for the third game. So I like start hustling out of my room. I'm walking down, I'm still watching on my phone. Game 2 starts. Ricky's getting the lead, whatever. I'm like, all right, he's going to win game 2. I get over there just as he wins game 2. And then I just started yelling at him. And then this kid in the corner is yelling out like, he's a ducker! It's like yelling about Way Gamble, saying that Way Gamble is ducking all this shit. Like, he's just ducking. And so he just keeps on yelling like, he's ducking! He's ducking
They
again!
have the kid assist.
I think
Dude,
that might
guy's
have been
voice
Run It Black.
pierced everything because during the match too, like he just kept yelling so much that I laughed my ass off. Like every time he said he's ducking, I would just laugh, and then I would do a mid.
The best coach of all time.
No, that was the sickest assist that Rickstah has ever gotten, I'm pretty sure. That kid in the crowd, whoever that was, shout outs to you because you helped Rickstah win that match for sure.
I think it was Rib.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't him. Run It Black wouldn't notice things like that.
Yeah, Run It Black would have just said like a bunch of move names like do down 4, do Tatsu, do dive kick. Like,
That's how you do.
It was really sick though. Just being able to get. I felt like we haven't been able to do that in a tournament for a long time, and just like, it's the jump off was really cool. I mean, the jump off where switch back and forth, nonstop action, and just like the tournament matches, just Tekken all day for 2 days, and then we had the team tournament on the second day, which was a lot of fun. Tekken Ball, and yeah, it was just overall a great experience. A lot of yelling, a lot of screaming.
a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming. I definitely lost my voice the second day.
Oh, I could tell.
Before the top 8.
Dude, the first word you said on top 8, I was like, oh, fucking shot. That's why you went to boom, and it's like you lie. It was like you try to pitch, when your throat's sore, and you're like, oh, you can't do like the noise. It was like that. It was like, oh, I was like, oh shit, he's a fucking goblin. I was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, dude. I mean, is that stupid match we had with Bronson's team? And for those of you guys who don't know, it's on my YouTube channel. Check it out. But it's just ridiculous, just absolutely ridiculous levels of hype there. If you guys have not been to Strong Style, hopefully they throw another one, and you guys can come back to that one. But man, my highlight is Strong Style, my match with JDCR, which was ridiculous, right? Like I go up there and I'm thinking like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna lose.
Dude.
It's JDCR.
I
Go
gotta
on.
bring that up. Yeah, it's just I saw that you were gonna play JDCR. You told me already that you were gonna play him. And it's like he's probably not gonna win, but let's go up there and cheer for him, right? So I run up there, and then right behind me is fucking Bronson Tran, right? And all weekend you don't really see too many like people, all that crazy shit during the tournament, right? So I run up there, getting ready to do that shit, and then Bronson runs up. He puts his hand behind my shoulder, and he's just like, "Let's do this shit like old times." And I was like, and then he's all banging on the stage, and I was like, if he's banging on his own stage, I guess I could bang on the stage, right? Just fucking. Oh my god, it was so great.
It's like the Expendables. Like, just Schwarzenegger just grabs Stallone by the shoulder.
Yeah, dude.
All time.
Fucking jump out of a helicopter and shit, shooting people on the way down, explosions. Like,
Oh my god, dude. It was crazy, right? It's like for me, my perspective, I'm going up there preparing to lose, right? And then Bronson and Mike come up, like they start yelling. I'm like, what? Whoa. What are you guys doing? Do you guys know I'm about to get destroyed here? Like, chill,
Dude, that brought
go
a
away.
whole crowd up. People just followed the energy.
It was
just brought
insane.
the
Like, 'cause
whole energy to the
I remember
front of the
seeing
stage.
Joey Fury walk to the stage. So I'm like, Joey too? Like, come on, dude. And then I was like, that means everyone's coming, man. Joey's
yeah,
so
dude, if
quiet.
Joey Fury is yelling, I can't imagine he'd be like, let's go rip. Yep.
So
You could
yeah,
probably do it.
that shit happened. And then Rickstah, he said like, just get one round, Rip. Just get one round. And so I stood up to Jason. I'm like, I need to get one round, man. Take it easy, you know? And then he starts beating the crap out of me, right? But like,
Yeah.
the very first thing I did, I tried to do a slide, right? I'm like, I'm gonna try to see if you can block the slide. I'm gonna do it as fast as possible. Round, fight. I go for the slide, I fuck it up, I just get full crouch, down 3, and the crowd goes wild. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here?
That's how you know it's fucked up when the crowd cheered for you getting a hit.
Yeah, like it was like the most effed up hit though. Like, you know, it wasn't even like an intentional good hit. It was like, that's the ugliest hit I could have possibly. And the crowd went wild. I was like, wow.
The
All right.
miss slide.
Yeah, let's make this happen. I've never been cheered so loudly for fucking up a slide before. It was great, fantastic time. And then of course I lose 5 rounds straight. I'm about to get eliminated. And then random people in the crowd start yelling like, down to 3, down to 3, down to 3. You know, like, and I'm like,
Yep.
I'm gonna lose. How the hell am I gonna hit this? And I just sat there for like 1 second and did nothing. And I'm like, jump back. And so I just jumped backwards. JDCR came with a running 2. Boom! Down 2, 3. The only person in the world that knew it was coming was Rickstah. And everyone in the crowd who was yelling it. It's like- but not JDCR.
3, 10 seconds before he did it.
Yeah,
I
you,
He was
hated
getting
that.
sidewall combo.
you
I
ruined the
hated that.
surprise.
Yeah, dude. Everyone online would have been so hyped. But no, Ricky was like, all right, here it comes. Down to 3's coming. Just wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. Just wait.
I say that because I hope I'm wrong and then you surprise me. I'm trying to surprise myself here.
You're just so used
No
to your old
surprise.
shenanigans. Oh, this
You
guy
are
ripping
way
it down
too-
2-3s again, winning it.
You know, yeah, I mean, you know about my shenanigans so much, right? You call that down to like 20 seconds before I hit it. But then also,
yeah.
in the team tournament, when I played against Jackler,
Oh
right?
my god.
I was beating Jackler's ass, right? It was going pretty good that final round. And then I go for Lost Stomp, and I thought it hit, and I won. So I hit the stomp, and I hit my stick like it was going to hit. That shit whiffed right beside Jack. And I was like, oh, shit, sit back down and play. He starts, like, comboing me, whatever. And then I'm like, I start saying out loud, I'm like, hold on. You know? And then I do a running 3. He blocks it. And then right as he blocks it, Rix is like, don't do it again. And, like, of course, I'm already inputting it. And the stomp comes out again. And it hits. And I win.
I think that one, I probably was the only person that knew you were doing.
No Sukin too, because he was like, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't do it again.
All you guys knew it was coming again,
I like
except
how
for Jack.
Sukin is in the chat saying I was gonna throw up at that match.
Yeah, because after that thing, it's on the camera, like Sukin's just yelling out, like, he did it again.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Oh my god, this shit was too fun. Strong style, man. I gotta say though, you know, I've thought about retiring multiple times. I think it's so stupid when people retire from competitive gaming, whatever. But after that
Gotta post it
JDCR
on
match,
Twitter, too.
yeah, after that JDCR match, I felt like there's no better way to go out than this. Losing and having the entire crowd cheering for you is like next level shit, dude. That
No
shit
one
is
ever
too
wants
good.
to cheer for you, so
I
that was
know.
a pretty good moment.
Shut up over there. You know everyone always cheered for me. Everyone likes saying the R-I-O.
Oh, that's what I've been in recent years.
Yeah, RIP got a little bit harder to do.
No, the first one that you first launcher you hit on JD, we were just like, all right, let's do this. All right.
It was great. I had a great time. With Strong Style.
Well, as a casual observer, I gotta tell you, that jump off commentary was some good fucking shit. That Tasty Steve soundboard
Oh shit! I forgot.
I got to see Steve's reaction to the Tasty Steve soundboard. And I gotta tell you, he was pissed. It was so fucking good. So I like played the clip, and like you should have seen Steve's fucking face when it happened. When I like played the clip, and you guys are talking in the background, and then like one of you guys was like, ugh, and then you hear Steve go, ugh, and like in real life, Steve was like, what the fuck? And he like looked over at me like, what the fuck was that? And I was dying laughing. It was so good. And then there was the blue stuff, and he's just like, oh, and he just stared at his phone like, you son of a bitch. And he's like, I've gotten so many tweets about this fucking soundboard. And I was dying laughing.
That
It was so good.
That was.
But I gotta
so
tell
good.
you, it was such an incredible tournament to watch. The whole time, it was so fun. Everybody on the jump off was just having a fucking blast, which is how it should be, right? Everybody should just be chilling and enjoying the matches. Everybody did amazing. I can't remember the last time I watched a stream that was having that much fun in a long time. That like, cause I wasn't on it, right? So I was just watching, and I was like, "You guys are so fucking stupid." But I was laughing the whole time, so I was fucking stupid too. And that's it was the best part, right? It was the best part about the whole thing.
Yeah, I think.
There's so many obviously they got high production value with the 10-0 crew, but even, like I love the fact that the 10-0 guys can be like it's all yours, just be yourself, right? Just like make it as like make this
Authentic,
strong style.
organic, yeah.
So we all got on there, we just shoot the shit, and everything went perfectly. I mean, and not only that, it's like even when Bronson is gonna fuck around and do whatever he does for his own tournament, it's like he brings his own like flavor to it, right? And so everyone's like, oh yeah, it's just a tournament, whatever. But it's like it's so fun that because it's so like not what we're used to anymore when it comes to majors. So that this ended up becoming like really intimate environment.
It was just Tekken there.
Dude, like one of the favorite parts.
He had his hand on Mike's shoulder, man. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude, you don't want to know. Bronson's hands, yeah. Dude, over the whole weekend, I felt like it was kind of quiet before that moment, right? Rick versus JCR, and then after that match is where all the energy started coming out. You could feel the intensity in the room, like Saint versus freaking Shadow 20Z, right? That was like, dude. I was just talking about this last night at Wednesday Night Fights. I mean, and then it was just like 20 seconds opening round, nothing happens. They're just dancing, right? And then 4-4-1, he whiffs at the tip, hop kick whip punish, and I was the whole crowd. You could tell like right after, like the energy for the matches and the tournament itself, like it was great. Like we need more of that.
Yeah, I do want to mention that they had something like 90 people from NorCal signed up, the majority of which we had never seen before. And apparently a lot of them, they play at, is it called the Foundry up there?
The Foundry,
is that the place? Yeah, so apparently a lot of them play up there, and so there's an active scene that's not really connected to the old NorCal Tekken scene, right? So it's pretty cool. And a lot of those guys came out, but like Mike said, they're unfamiliar with the way the hype levels used to be portrayed, I guess, during these kind of tournaments. And SoCal, I was so sad. There's only like 10 of us. Usually we roll up to Strong Styles and NCR is pretty strong, right? But over the years, that's obviously declined. Last Strong Style was like 4 years ago. People have kids and wives and shit now. It's a
San Diego had more players than SoCal.
Yeah.
So it was just like, what happened?
Right. But even still, even though we only had like 10 people there, when we had like the SoCal versus NorCal match, our 10 people were out yelling the 90 NorCal people because they had no idea what was happening. Like, why are these SoCal guys so loud?
3-4 of us was louder than the whole people in there, dude. It was ridiculous. Like 3-4 of us, like we were louder than 100 NorCal people, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was a good time. So basically, when you guys are at an event, have fun, make some noise, cheer on your hometown favorites, have some regional pride.
Dude, remember like Evo, like the one-time Tekken, like you versus Genius. Remember that?
Oh God, yeah.
You were the loudest people in there, like
the LUIG MYK champ came from that match too. And the
And the
Charface.
Charface, yeah.
That match was fucking crazy too. Yeah, man. When people are making noise and having a good time, it's fun for everybody.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine not cheering for your friends and shit, right? Like I remember this year when CEO was happening and grand finals of Guilty Gear was Kizzy versus Dogra, and Steve and I had just finished doing some shit. I don't know, we just did commentary or something, and I was on the side of the CEO stage, pounding the fucking ring, and I was yelling, "Kizzy, fuck his bitch." That's all I was yelling at Dogra the whole time. Steve and I were just yelling, "Fuck his bitch." That's all we would yell. We were just yelling that shit, and people behind us were like, "Yeah, Kizzy, fuck his bitch." Like it's just like random shit we were making up. Like we just started yelling at the goddamn match because we were excited about it, and we're pounding the ring and shit. And other people are doing the same thing, and it was so sick. And like Steve and I are like, nobody's making any fucking noise. Like we're just gonna yell like crazy.
That's what I wanted to say too. Energy and the fun value is infectious, man. It just brings everybody else in. See it. That's the fun part for tournaments for me.
Yeah, it always is a good time. All right, I think that's enough strong style stuff. Anything else? Did I forget anything about strong style that you guys want to bring up? I think I covered most of it, right? There was like a Tekken Ball and a Tekken 5 tournament that would happen as side tournaments. I think they're going to upload those. They try to record as much of those matches. I think
Oh boy.
They also recorded some of the team tournaments.
We'll see about all that.
Yeah, you know, they're on it. I think I actually saw a Bronson tweet today uploading something from Tekken Ball or something. So
It's definitely from the last strong style.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely better than the last one. You're right. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it for the show tonight. How about let's plug all your stuff, everybody. Rickstah, start with you.
Follow me on Twitch, Twitter at Ricksteezy, RickSteeEez. I will be playing Tekken, I'm sure, sometime this week before ELeague, hopefully.
Yeah, so that's
and also
Ricksteezy.
I downloaded some Fist of the North Star Yakuza game or some shit, the demo. So I'm gonna play that too.
Look, bitch, you're gonna be on television. Play some goddamn Tekken.
Nah,
That's
man,
damn
you know,
right.
sometimes you gotta take a break, man. You know, like on the off season, you don't have to always.
This
play
is
basketball.
on season.
Wow.
Though.
Wow. See, man, you're letting your sponsor UIU down, Rickstah.
I was told it was already taken off. If you go back to that webpage, it might be already.
From the beginning of this episode.
I think I lost my sponsorship in the middle of this show.
I gotta hit the refresh button. Oh, no more sponsorship for Rickstah.
You got dropped in the middle of a stream. Has a player ever been unsponsored that fast?
He's fucking playing Yakuza and shit, bro. We can't have this happening.
Instantly dropped his wolf. Yakuza banned this guy.
It just happened. Grand opening, grand closing.
Awesome.
My favorite is when restaurants leave grand opening up for like 10 years.
Yeah. Mikey, where can they find you?
Twitch and Twitter at the name is NYK.
The name is MYK. There you go. Easy. Sajam.
Twitter and Twitch is Sajam. YouTube is Superman Sajam. And since we're on Discord now, I can plug the fact that I'm in fact a Discord partner. And if you would like to join my partner Discord, it is discord.gg/hoopsquad. And you are free to use any of the voice channels in there. Because I am a partner, they have higher quality bit rate. So if you would like to talk to your friends while you play video games, go ahead and join the Discord. There's like 1,000 people in there or something. And everybody just talks about fighting games and news and etc. all day. So go ahead and
weird,
join.
creepy guy that just breathes on the mic and listens to everyone talk. That's the
That's the spot to do it.
Hey, Ricky.
Oh God, don't do that.
You are you.
Dude.
I want to get to know you.
God. Yo, also for myself, you know, I actually found a new YouTube guy. He's in his trial period, essentially. He starts today. He's going to be putting up this BOOMcast onto the YouTube channel later. It's going to be Jin4576. If you guys see him in the chat, you know, give him shout outs for the YouTube channel. Could be. He could be. We'll see how this turns out. Of course, the YouTube channel, youtube.com/levelupyourgame. This Twitch channel, Level Up Your Game as well. My Twitter, REEPAL. I do want to say, Wednesday Night Fights, I went there last night. There is no stream. So I talked to Alex Valle, and he said that I can stream it. So I think there is a good chance that I'm going to start streaming Wednesday Night Fights Tekken tournaments.
You are doing a good service for the Tekken community. Thank
Fucking finally, you bitch.
Hey, I don't want to get into Sajam, but you already know.
I know.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll see what happens, but I gotta buy some equipment, and hopefully we'll get that rolling. So Wednesday Night Fights, you guys will be able to watch it on this channel as well.
Dude, that is sick.
That is the plan. That is the plan. All right. Left Behinds.
Oh shit.
That's a weird way to say it, right? Left Behind. Well, you guys have anything you want to leave behind on this episode? I was gonna say this week, but it's not a weekly show. it's a bi-weekly show. Yeah, it's
you left behind the fucking V at the start of this thing. That was crazy.
What V?
There was a word you didn't have a V in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot the word too.
12.
Third Strike edition.
12.
Yeah, there you go. I think Rickstah left behind UIU. I think we saw that happen already.
Oh.
I didn't leave them behind.
Oh damn, they left you behind?
Yeah, I was never with them to begin with.
It's a fair enough point.
It was like like my shirt got caught on the sponsorship. Oh wait, hold on. I shouldn't be.
Alrighty, anyone have anything?
Dude,
Yeah.
it's hard.
All right, Sajam's got something.
It's more of like a question about whether I'm leaving them behind or not.
Oh.
Because I need to know the circumstances. I think I'd like to leave Rickstah behind.
What?
For yelling at Peeling between the fucking matches like a crazy person and then getting his ass beat twice. How did you let that happen? You can't yell at him and pull on Snoopy like so you're holding back like fucking what the fuck happened over there? So
I don't think anyone knows exactly what I was yelling.
I will temporarily not leave you behind until I learn the full circumstances of why your boys were holding you back over at the fucking match.
Listen, I was not yelling at him. It was more like I felt like he was playing really bad and he gave up those games. And so I was yelling. Well, okay, I was yelling at him, but I was more saying like, almost like encouragement, I guess. It was like just, like let's have a good game, but I'm saying it in such a hype way.
Aggressive.
That it came off as
Adrenaline.
a bitch, fuck you, right? But it wasn't like that. It wasn't even close to that. It was more like me just like trying to hype him up, and I wanted a good game, and then I got more than I asked for because I got my ass kicked.
You're an idiot.
I can't believe that was what it was about. Of all the things I would have possibly predicted, so I would like to change my left behind calling from a potential to a definite.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I had
Jeez
another
Louise.
candidate, but then I remembered you yelling at him, and I thought something else. But yeah, you definitely
Mikey, you got
nice
anything?
work.
I guess I could do my Lyft driver. I tweeted
What happened to your lift?
the Lyft driver right before Strong Style to get on the flight, right? Because I woke 30 minutes later than I wanted to. So I hit up Lyft. The guy's going to be here in 15, 20 minutes. I'm waiting outside. He shows up, and he's just like, are you going to the airport? And I'm like, well, that's what I typed in. Yeah, I'm going to the airport. He's like, well, I can't take you there because I actually don't have my plates. I was like, then why the fuck should you accept my call? And I'm like half asleep, right? So I'm like, all right, fuck this. I'm canceling it. He's already gone. And then he accepts it again, and I forgot that there's a freaking cancellation fee. So I got owned by $5. So fuck that guy. And then I request another one after he leaves, like a minute later. Fucking same guy accepts the fucking thing. Oh,
Wow.
I was screaming some expletives at the street after that point.
Rip and I had that happen with a guy who pulled up and took forever, and then was like, "Oh yeah, I can't go to the airport. You got to order a new one," and he just bounced on us.
Yeah.
That shit is trash.
Do you remember the guy at the convention we went to, CES?
Oh my fucking god.
That was
That might have been the worst Uber experience I have ever had.
Mine too, without a doubt. It was so bad we ended up taking a train back to the hotel.
Can you imagine
In
in the
Vegas.
modern era taking a fucking train
And you're not in Japan.
in,
What? Like-
in Las
you're like-
Vegas
I
because
imagine
a
you guys are like in
car
like a box
can't
car.
be driven by a person?
Yeah. He got lost like 4 times. You know how you can watch him on the map? This motherfucker made every round. I'm like, why are you going straight, you piece of shit? Turn! Drive straight.
And like the best part is that he texted you and was like, "Hey man, there's some bad traffic. Like I'll get there in a second." It's like, no, there's not traffic, motherfucker. I can see you going straight
You
where you should have
turned.
turned left. Like it's fucking. Don't you lie to me? There's GPS on your car. We can see it.
And then he said some shit like, oh, I'm going to be coming around where the buses are. I'm like, that's definitely like a bus lane. I'm pretty sure they don't like cars back there because there's only buses, you dumb shit.
And there was like 100 buses.
And then he said, I'll be there in just a second. And then he canceled on me.
Oh,
Fuck that guy. And that's the worst shit, When they do that to you, you can't even give them a bad rating. It's
Yeah.
gone. You have to
But
accept the drive
when
to
you
get it better.
cancel, you lose money.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Super fucked
And
up.
we have to take so many Ubers that the chances of us getting a dumb shit are so high.
Yeah.
It's very true. It's very true.
Hundreds of Ubers in a year.
Man. Ricky, you got anything?
I guess it was Uyu, although it's not like. I guess it's not like it's a bad breakup or anything, because I am part of the stream team.
He's part of their stream team.
Yeah,
Well, then why are you not you?
Because the stream team is a little bit different, man. Like I consider the stream team like the dream team from 1992, and I'm Christian Leitner, where everyone.
There
hates
you go. Yeah,
I don't
step on
play.
that guy's chest, bro.
Holy shit.
me. Yeah, I guess that's it. It's more like I got left behind, right? So
Yeah, it feels like you got left behind. It definitely does. Damn.
I've learned a lot today.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't even think I have anything to leave behind. I've had such like a pretty good week or two. You know, Strong Style was so hype, and then what else has happened? ELeague got announced. You know, we're going to be doing that. I'll be at South by Southwest. You know, I should say, reminders for you guys. Make sure you guys register for EVO. That registration opened up.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you guys get on that. Final round, I forgot to book the hotel, so I left Sajam behind. I left our good deal behind. We have to get an expensive hotel now, or get far away.
I booked a new hotel that's a little further away and more expensive, I think.
Don't worry, I'll be there. And I will be at final round. I'll be at final round, guys. Make sure you guys register for that as well.
oh man.
And it's on my card, you fucking bitch.
Hey, don't I owe you for Japan still?
Yes, you owe me
Oh,
for
yeah.
Japan and you owe me for this.
That sounds fine. It's
It's fine.
I can't even finish that fucking sentence.
That sounds fine.
It sounds fine.
Racking up fucking credit card debt over here
Oh,
like crazy.
Yo, dude, one more thing I want to talk about. The Tanukana Yu match coming up. Is it Kemonomichi, something like that?
Kimono Michi. You
Kimono? It's like a
Come on,
kimono
bro.
Michi?
It's Kimono Michi. It's gonna be Shuanghua versus fucking. You gotta get this shit together.
Kimono Michi.
Bro.
Yu versus Tanukana. If you guys haven't watched the trailer for that shit, we will drop the link in the chats, or somebody will. Somebody's gonna put that link in there right now because that trailer is hype as fuck. I want UIU to sponsor Yu so she can be UIU.
That's
Stop!
gangster as fuck.
Oh my brain's gonna explode.
All right, UIU. Forget Rickstah. Let's get UU.
You are
Dude,
you.
that's so
I'm all
good.
for that one. That one's good. That one's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's fucking. Could you imagine the jersey? The bag is UIU. Fucking. It's just a fucking. Can you imagine trying to print UIU?
Yeah.
Is up
UIU.
Dang.
God.
Say
Yeah.
that
So
5 times fast.
the only thing I gotta leave behind is Run It Black, because ELeague left it behind, and then I death fisted his ass and left it behind at Wednesday Night Fights last night. Boom. See you guys next time. Peace.
Damn, that's cold.
Hell, I beat him with Paul.
Oh man.
Oh.
Do him like that.